Yeah.
But next up, we have Generalissimo. Come on down to the stage.
Awesome poetry here. Very commanding name.
Here he comes.
Yes.
Okay, I have two pieces tonight. The first one's untitled. I tried to incite karma, but karma only happens when we are not aware. I set my house on fire. I wasn't playing with matches. I didn't leave the gas stove on. I set my house on fire. The flames were so high and bright, it was seen all the way in Mobile, Alabama, as a whirling, twirling, swirling, red, orange, and yellow aurora borealis. I set the entire sky on fire all the way from Brunswick, Maine to Mobile, Alabama. My house was my home. And home is heart. Home is identity. Home is community. My house was not my house. My house belonged to anyone rejected by Inspector Number 5 at the Jigsaw Puzzle Factory and labeled irregular. They get thrown into a box with other irregulars who build a better jigsaw puzzle that doesn't need to be solved, but helps solve issues and problems for anyone willing to jump into the box. When a house is lit afire, inspectors search for accelerants, gasoline, and kerosene, and got nothing on depression, anxiety, and paranoia-fueled awareness. Always be aware. Build a wall around yourself. Build an impenetrable vault with a combination lock with no combination, made of 8-inch thick metal, smelted from little baby Kal-El's alien spaceship. When a house is lit afire, sometimes fire trucks arrive in time. Sometimes God sends in a thunderstorm. Sometimes everything burns except frame and foundation. Arsonist is now architect. Special building materials needed will be a whole lot of I'm sorry. Patience. And liquid kryptonite to pour on the combination lock to dissolve it. And to humility and sincerity, a lethal combination that will bankrupt the Acme Vault Company. Inside the vault, atop a cold stainless steel table acquired by dumpster jumping the morgue of your self-esteem will be an instruction sheet that reads, all Acme locks have an initial combination of right 1, left 2, right 3. Just next to the instructions will be a human soul made of matchsticks that won the 5th grade science fair at St. Paul's Episcopal School in Mobile, Alabama. There will be a card that reads, do not touch. When you touch it, it will turn to ashes. At the other end of the table will be a magic wand with a little sign that says, place tip of wand in the center of pile of ashes. You decide to follow instructions for the first time in your life like a normal person. And the ashes levitate. The table and vault disappear. The ashes become a house with an infinite number of rooms constructed of the finest poetry written by every single irregular puzzle piece on earth. And this house is home. And home is community. Home is identity. Home is heart. Thank you. Okay, and this is another piece. It's called And the Oscar for the Best Monster in a Nervous Breakdown. For years, I had a secret roommate. It was a monster, literally. It didn't hide under the bed or in the closet. Sometimes it sat on the foot on the bed, beckoning me, saying, don't worry, I'm here for you. It'll be all right. It only went into the closet to retrieve an old pair of tap shoes, to do a little Savion Glover on my bald spot, to remind me that migraines are around. It was born of brain DNA, genes recessed inside for 29 and a half years. It rose up like Godzilla over Tokyo Bay, arms overhead, lethal talons aimed at my happiness, razor-sharp teeth, open mouth smile proclaiming, this smile belongs to you. If you want it back, you have to take it back. Monsters are not reality. They are figments of our imagination, but they are real to those they stalk through bedroom ceilings and bathroom mirrors. My monster had been my roommate for 18 years and 8 residences. It held the keys to my hermit's cave and was a tyrannical warden over my soul. It imposed martial law, outlawing smiles, trust, fulfillment, and self-esteem. I believed every word it said, worshipped the ground it walked on, engraved its gospel into my consciousness, and ceased to believe all I held holy. Bits and pieces of my existence withered away into an oblivion that treated me like leftovers shoved into a disposal. The monster painstakingly scraped every nook and cranny of my identity. It reveled in a gas gauge on empty, running on emotional fumes and broken memories. The irony of realizing you are a shell of a human being is that the empty can be refilled, and the owner of the shell chooses what refills it. A new me I get to build from scratch, and maybe a box of Jiffy cornbread mix. Opportunity knocked on the door of my soul. Godzilla made its kryptonite known. Godzilla realized it was only a monster, a figment of someone's imagination. It tattooed depression across its forehead and cattle-branded anxiety on its chest. But I knew it was just a monster, a fiction of my imagination. My memories could be whole again. I rebuilt my identity with leftover pieces of the past and a future made of sunshine, rose-colored glasses, and 2 feet firmly planted on higher ground. I looked myself in the eyes and found faith in humanity, trust, and vistas of fulfillment. Now, monsters do not die. They mellow with age like most of us. Mine retired early, bought a Cadillac, and now lives in a high-rise condo in Boca. It still visits from time to time, and it still owns those tap shoes, but I have learned to tap dance back. I woke up one day, got out of bed, walked outside barefoot to dewy grass and rays of hope, and I reached high in the air and I took my smile back. Thank you.